Hey, good morning. To you, good morning. Jesus is Lord. I'm so glad that Jesus is Lord. Thank God I can go to the Word. I can believe the Word because the Word works. Faith in God, mountain moving faith, the faith that changes everything. There's nothing that's impossible to him that believes. Well, I am a him that believes, so there's absolutely nothing that is impossible to me. Mark 11:23, that's the classic verse where Jesus gives us his explanation of what faith is. So if you want to know what faith is, there's a lot and we'll study them in the days to come. But look at what Jesus said in Mark 11:23. For verily I say unto you that whosoever, number one, this is a whosoever will believe and say. It's not just for preachers. In fact, I know a lot of preachers that ain't working for it all. It's not just for men, not just for women. It's for whosoever, and I am, and you are a whosoever. For whosoever shall say. So he's going to tell us what faith is and how it operates. This is Jesus's explanation of faith. For whosoever shall say unto this mountain. Now, I believe the phrase there, mountain, was mountain of debt, mountain of sickness and disease, mountain of dysfunction around your family, whatever. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, problem, thing that's in the way, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. Now, the heart's very important because Jesus said, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Excuse me there just a moment. But I want you to get this. Your heart is an important part of your faith, but that's not the way your faith is released. So whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. Now, why did he say cast into the sea? So there'd be no remembrance of it. You wouldn't see it anymore. Pat and I have been debt-free a long time. I only have one little house payment, and I believe I paid that off in Jesus' name. But I'm debt-free. I don't owe anybody anything except that one debt or things that come due like the electric bill and other things. But I take my bills and stack them up, put them on the table, and I back up and say, Bills, I'm talking to you. And I call you paid. I speak to the mountain of debt until it's gone and removed, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now watch. But believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Now watch this. I want you to get it. You got to say it 3 times more than you believe it. You have to say it 3 times more than you let doubt come in. The main thing to faith is saying. If you ain't saying nothing, you're not going to get nothing. Notice that Jesus said, whosoever shall say. He didn't say whosoever shall hope. He didn't say whosoever shall believe. Even though that hoping and believing is a part of it, he said you got to say it. Now, faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word, you know that. But then Jesus said your faith has got to be released. Now, he had said that right after the disciples said, Lord, the fig tree which you cursed is withered away. Well, we found out earlier in that chapter that Jesus had spoken out loud to the fig tree and said, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. They heard it with their natural ears because Jesus was saying it with his mouth out loud. So your marriage is not what it ought to be? Start saying, my marriage is blessed. My marriage is what it ought to be. I tell my wife probably 15, 20 times a day, you love me. And she looks over there and she says, I do love you. And then I'll be sitting there reading my Bible or studying something. She'll say, you know, hon, I said, what's that, babe? She said, you love me. See, we got to say it. Now, I know she loves me, and I hope that she knows that I love her, but I got to say it. And so I believe she's snared by my words, and I believe that I'm snared by her words. And so we say it all the time. I say things like this. Now I've got wonderful children, 4 wonderful kids. But I say all the time, my kids love me. They like to come see me. They like to come play with my toys up here on the lake. But I talk good things about not my kids, not bad things. Now, sometimes they don't line up with what I say, but they will because the word is more powerful than they are to disobey it. So Jesus said, whosoever shall say Now watch. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he, number 2, saith shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he saith. He didn't say whosoever hope and hope and hope, and he didn't say whosoever prays and prays and prays. He said whosoever says and says and says. So faith in God is to believe what he said and then boldly say it out of your mouth, and that's the thing that you're going to have. Study that, Mark 11:23. And then he went on to say, therefore I say, he said what he just preached, therefore I say unto you what things soever you desire. So what he's telling us is there's nothing impossible to our God if we keep our mouth in line with his word and speak to the mountain and tell it to be gone, and it has to go. Gotta go. Have a great day. Remember, faith works, changes everything. Jesus told you how to use it, and it's by saying, so remember all day, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works.